In May of 2021, I preached at Piney Grove Chapel Church. The very next weekend, my wife and I, we've been driving around northern Harnett County and praying. We were prayer driving. We know all these neighborhoods are coming, and right in the middle of all these new neighborhoods is this agro business called The Scoop, and they have a playground for kids, and they've got ice cream and all that. And so we pulled in their parking lot one day, and we just began to pray that maybe God would allow this location to be a place for a Bible study, maybe to start a church. We didn't know the owners, we didn't know anything. So Robin comes to the window, and we began to talk. Robin, I said, we're really excited about your business. I said, in fact, we even prayed for your business recently, myself and some other pastors. And her eyes lit up and she goes, I know you.
Our church was having service online, and it was a Sunday morning. I was sitting at home and I was listening to service, and our preacher was out, and Marty was actually preaching that day. And I'd never heard of Marty, never heard him preach. And then all of a sudden, I remember looking down and I heard him say, sometimes you have to jump out of an airplane without a parachute, and God can be your parachute. And it hit me like a rock. Started crying. So that same day, I went and bought and ordered the John 3:16 sign that sits outside. So I had put that up, and I was scooping one day and I heard this voice. And I was like, okay, I know that voice. And I looked up and I was like, I think that's the preacher that preached at the church that day. And I ran over there. I'm like, did you preach at Piney Grove last Sunday? He's like, yeah. I said, I need to talk to you. And then I said, I really want people to be able to know that this is a Christian business. And one thing he wanted was for us to be able to reach out to the churches and kind of do either Bible studies here or church groups. So he had reached out to Chris because they wanted to do something not exactly at the church, but away from the church, to see if they could draw additional people in.
This is a Christian family who wanted to use their business for the kingdom of God. They have meeting space, and they have this covered area in the back that can seat somewhere 50 to 80 people.
Niels Creek is an older, established congregation that has, over the past 10 years, been going through process of revitalization. And so we have been just praying, asking God to show us ways that we could get out into our community and have a real gospel presence and meet people and just make an impact in the lives of our neighbors. The Scoop, they were immediately so receptive, so friendly and helpful. I'm passionate about the church being present in the community where God has them. The church is the people on mission together, being a gospel presence in the community. Knowing that we've got all of that support through NC Baptist is awesome.
The message of the Bible is go and tell, go and share, go and invite, and be the church outside the building. Just kind of ask God to open your eyes as you drive around and as you're in your community so that you might see what God might want to do and where He might be at work. And He is at work in many places. It's exciting to see.
It means the world to me. I feel like I'm making an impact. I always feel like if God has His hand in it, He's going to make it happen.